Hi, I'm Judd Ford from Still Home, Still Stranded, and wanted to bring you an important message today. Thanks for clicking through the video. Question: do you have your driver's license? No? Then keep watching the video. If you have, then click off. Next question: do you have the money to afford the instruction to get your driver's license? If no, stay on the video. Alright, so my name's Judd Ford. If you haven't seen me yet on different YouTube channels and stuff, I'm a professional driving instructor and have been since around 2015/16, and I wanted to put together a video to explain to you that you do not need to take a year to get your driver's license. Now you might think, well, it's not going to take me a year. Well, believe me, many students will take 6 months to a year to get the driver's license. Maybe not a year, but maybe it's 9 months. Too long. So what I've done through my years of instruction is I've put together a short video series of 22 videos which take you from a complete novice, like never driven before, right up to test standard. I know exactly what the examiners are after, or what they want, or what they expect of you as a student and your standards. I know what instructors standards are, obviously being an instructor. So 23% of students that took their driving test last year were actually taught by their parents. And a huge percentage, I can't remember exactly what the percentage is, it was massive, failed their driving test. And you would see these students go in with the parents at the test center, and they would come back and 40 minutes later, and it was pretty horrible. It was pretty discouraging, not only for the student but for the parents, because they've both put in a ton of time and seemingly with no result. So a couple of years ago I thought about what is it that they're failing on, and maybe I could offer something, like a PDF or some sort of assistance where if these parents are going to teach their kids, how to teach them, because they didn't learn driving instructing as their profession. They're probably an accountant or a clerk or work in a hospital or whatever, so they need some advice. Now a lot of parents just think because they can drive, that's good enough to better teach others to drive, and I've found that not to be the case. So when I put this course together, I had that in mind. I thought, okay, well, here's a parent who's willing to teach their kid, but they need to know some stuff, and there's some very exact things that they need to know. And if they know those things and then go ahead and teach the kid those things, or are mindful of those things while they're doing the lesson, lo and behold, the student passes. My success rate of first-time students getting through is phenomenal. I can take someone who hasn't had any driving experience at all, put them through my course, these 22 modules, step by step. Yes, they do a lot of driving in those 2 or 3 weeks, and they pass first time 2 or 3 weeks after enrolling on my course. 2 to 3 weeks. Now, those testimonies that you see at the bottom of the page there, they're probably people like you who saw a video like this, a year ago, and just thought, I've had enough of this. I don't want my parents to take me around the place anymore. I don't want my mates giving me lifts home. I don't want to pay for taxis. I don't want to wait for bus timetables. I'm done with that. And then they just decided to jump on the course and get through it. And 3 weeks later, they're driving. So that's how simple it really is. But the key that you've got to understand here is that there has to be a structure to the course. If you just go out and randomly drive, which is how it's being done right now with parents, 100% that's how it's being done, apart from my students, there's a good chance you're going to fail, because randomness doesn't get you anywhere. You have to have a methodical method, a system that you can go, do step 1, do step 2, do step 3. Now these steps don't have to take a long time. You can knock off maybe two steps in a single outing with your driving. So it's not like you have to just do one every day. So that's that's my sort of course. That's what I'm offering, and it's brilliant because it takes somebody who doesn't necessarily have the money to drive. By the way, you can save upwards of about £900 because the average license is about £1,000 to £1,200 to get it. Now my course, the video course, normally runs at £297 plus VAT. So right now I've reduced that to £197 probably for the next 2 weeks. And it's part of my summer special. And I'm also playing a bit of a game. So if you're one of the first 10 within that, let's say you get the course today and you paid £197. If you're one of the first students through that course, or the first 10, I'm going to give you a £100 refund. So really, it's going to cost you £97 to get your license, plus the 65 to the government, to the DVLA. But that's a government thing. It's not my thing. So all you need to do is click that orange button below and jump on the course. And the reality is, if you've got someone who's willing to teach you, you could start your first lesson tomorrow with a structure. Not random driving, not like, oh, let's give this a go, let's try that, none of that. It's like, okay, you need to do this and get that down. Good, you've got that figured out, you're perfect at it, you can do it upside down, blind, backwards. Next lesson, figure that one out, go out and do it. You might spend 2 hours on the next lesson. Keep doing it until you're good to go. Next lesson, and so that's how you go through the 22 modules. And by the end of it, you're going to be a competent, safe driver. And I've been running this course for over 1.5 years now, and I'm just getting phenomenal results with parents who have always been willing to teach their kids, but just didn't really know what to do, to be honest. And so that's where my course fills that gap, and I guess that's why it's so unbelievably successful. So jump on the course. If you've got any questions, click the contact button below, and you can shoot me off an email if you want to, ask me some questions. And we'll see you on the course. And I've also got some insurer learner driver tips of my top insurers, and if you want to get dual controls fitted to your car, I've also got that information of how to get that done, and I've actually got a fitter who does that for you if you want to do it. It takes about 20 minutes, adds a bit of safety, that sort of thing. Alright, so click the orange button and we'll see you on the course. Bye for now.